What is going on, YouTube? Dreg here. Now, if you're familiar with me, you know that I used to be a professional Madden player. I competed in Madden for over 10 years, and I recently decided that I'm no longer going to compete, just partially because I don't like how the game is. I mean, it's headed in a poor direction, in my opinion, as well as the competitive format. And I did recently get back into Pokemon. Never played the trading card game before in my life, and I fell in love with it. And it's just something as to where there's so much you can do. You don't see tons and tons of the same thing like in Madden. Now, if you were a previous follower of mine in Madden, would love it if you show me some love in these videos. I'm just going to drop some decks and gameplay that I really like. This is more so just for fun. I'm really into the trading card game, and I spent a lot of time, I mean, probably over the last 6 months, getting used to the game. Obviously, learning how to build a good deck list, become competitive, and I am finally there. I'm going to be competing in a lot of tournaments online, as well as the big tournament is Players Cup. The qualifying will be starting with that in about a week or 10 days, and I'm going to participate in that. So yeah, you can see here the first deck list that I'm going to break down is Corviknight. It is a new card that just dropped in Battle Styles. I only run 2 of each, and then I also run 3 Zacians, and then 1 of the Melmetal. It's just kind of like a twist on the Melmetal that was, obviously, it's a popular, it's probably top 10 deck right now. But I incorporate Corviknight here. You can see that I also use some Poké Dolls here, just obviously because Corviknight VMAX has 0 retreat cost, so I can just retreat right into the Poké Doll and then use his move again, because you can only use it once. While basically you can use it 1 turn and then you have to wait another turn to use it, but if you're able to put him out of the X spot, obviously you can use it again. And then Zacian, we all know he's good with Intrepid Sword, just trying to accelerate, get energy out there, get more cards in your hand. Obviously Brave Blade, very good move as well. And then Melmetal's mainly just for using this full metal wall attack. Now you can see these supporters here. Obviously Metal Saucer, go-to. I run 2 reset stamps just because obviously if you're down, you want to have, you want to be able to mess up your opponent's hand. And from there, it's pretty standard. Got some switches, some Bird Keepers, Cynthia Caitlin, obviously, to put cards back into my hand that I use, more so like the Mallow Lanas or even the Bird Keepers, obviously, so I can move my Pokemon around. Obviously, if I was Zacian, I have to be able to move him out of the active spot if I want to use his Bright Blade back-to-back turns. Now, you can see here I as well use 3 Metal Goggles, obviously just to eliminate damage that can happen. Obviously, with Full Metal Wall, it's basically 30 less damage, and then also add in the 30 less damage for Metal Goggles, and you're doing 60 less damage. Now, obviously, we have 4 Coating Energies in case we face any sort of fire deck. Obviously, it's a weakness of Metal Pokemon. And from there, we just have 9 regular energy, pretty standard. We got 15, obviously, so we want the energy to show up often, so we can keep on placing on our guys. Now, obviously, Zacian, you can accelerate with Intrepid Sword, and then Melmetal, you can Steel Fist and accelerate that way. I just don't really have a way to accelerate with Corviknight besides Metal Saucer, so that's why we put so much energy into the deck, just so I can get, get everything that I need on the board. So yeah, this is the deck that I'm going to show you here. I'm going to break down a game or 2 here just so you guys can see the deck in action. Alright, we are loading into our first game with the Corviknight deck. As you can see there at the bottom, I'm on a 4-game win streak currently with this deck. Now, we're going to go ahead and try to go first. We lost the coin flip. Hopefully the opponent decides to go second, just because I like to get my Corviknight out there or get energy onto my Melmetal. Looks like I'm going to have to take a mulligan first time. I do only have 9 total Pokemon, 7 basic Pokemon, so good chance I'm going to take a mulligan. But let's see what this guy is coming out in. Guessing just by the deck box, he's going to run some sort of fire, but I've been wrong before. Let's see. Go ahead and take a mulligan. See who we get here. Hopefully he doesn't get too many cards out the mulligan. I would hate for him to have such a great hand to start off with. But we're going to get Corviknight out there in the active, Zacian the bench, and we got that Coating Energy just in case he is using a fire deck. And looks like he's got Snorlax, he's got Wimpod here. So Wimpod. Okay, so he's running something with fire. It's gonna be an interesting deck to face. I know this evolution card does like 50 more damage per GX and V Pokemon that are on your opponent's side, so it's gonna be very interesting. Let's see, hits me with a stamp early. That's very interesting. Then right to a Gormadize. I think he was just trying to thin his hand a little bit. Should I hit him with a stamp right back? Alright, we're gonna throw Metal Goggles onto Corviknight. We are gonna Cynthia No, we're gonna Guzma Hala. We're going to get rid of one of our stamps, Guzma Hala. Keep the two Caitlins in my hand here. And we're going to bring out the Coating Energy just because he has Volcanion and he's got some Fire Energy out there, so we obviously want to try to make sure we don't take any damage. So we're going to throw Goggles and Zacian. Intrepid Sword. So far, so good. We go ahead and get energy onto Zacian. Now, he's already got the evolution here. You can see Hard Time Slash, 50 more damage for each of the Pokemon V and GX that your opponent has in play. So right now he's going to do 130 damage on me with that move. So he should be able to attack this turn if he has like a Screw Up or a Switch, maybe even Escape Rope. I'm not sure what this guy has in his deck. Here's pretty off meta. I've never really faced this deck list before with with Volcanion and everything and the Snorlax, but he's gonna go ahead and Marnie me. I'm not mad at it. Hopefully I get a Corviknight or another energy here. Let's see what he's got going on. Alright, negative on the energy, but we do get a Tag Call, so that's pretty good. So I can basically going to bring out my Melmetal, and then I'm going to bring out Cynthia Caitlin. See what he has in his discard pile here. Okay, so he got rid of his Zacian. Yeah, he's going to stick with the fire Pokemon. He's got Victini. I wonder if he's going to run a Victini VMAX. I'm assuming. Obviously, I mean, the Victini V card is pretty good with the Energy Burst, but I'm assuming he's going to run a VMAX deck here, which VMAX, obviously, we want to get our Melmetal into play here. I do also need to get some Coating Energies out here as well. But luckily, we are taking Resistance. We top decked Coating Energy, so that's great. Bring out Melmetal, Cynthia Caitlin. Bring Melmetal out to the party here. We're gonna Cynthia Caitlin away this Zacian. We have another Zacian in our deck here. We're gonna bring back a Guzma Hala so I can get another energy on Zacian next turn. So now we are going to go ahead and bring Corviknight to the party, obviously, so we have no retreat cost. Now, I'm not too worried about this Golisopod, I think is how I pronounce it. So we're just going to go ahead and already full metal. I'm not going to try to get rid of his energy or anything, because we'll just we'll kill it next turn. One thing I'm worried about, though, is the Victini VMAX that I'm assuming he's going to have. So we're just going to wait a little bit here. He is going to back him out, bring Victini, assuming he has Welder as well as VMAX. So he's going to, I believe it's just 110 or 100 damage. He's going to lay on Melmetal, well, minus the 30, so he's going to do 70. So next turn here, we should be able to Guzma Hala. Throw, as long as it's not in the prizes, we'll throw Metal Goggles on Luke Metal, and then we'll bring out another Coating Energy, and then from there, things are looking pretty good. So basically, we just have to eliminate this Victini here. Easier said than done. Maybe he doesn't have the VMAX because he's just loading up energy on the Victini right now. Got Fan of Waves, so he's going to do 6090 times 2 because of weakness, so 180 minus 50, 150 damage. That is a little bit frustrating. Alright, we're going to Tag Call, bring in Mallow Lana, Cynthia Caitlin. What I think we're going to do here is we don't need another Evolution Incense. I usually just play 3, like one of each of these, and then Pokédoll. We're gonna go ahead and Mallow Lana, and then we're gonna get rid Evolution Incense, and we have 3 bosses in the deck. Get rid of one of them. I can Cynthia them later. Bring Corviknight out. 2 Intrepid Sword. Now, lucky for us here, we're going to go ahead and attack next turn with Zacian. We're going to throw a Capture Energy on the Corviknight, so then the following turn I should be able to just rotate between the two and get some pretty easy knockouts. Now, the only thing here that I'm worried about, I'm not sure if this guy actually has the VMAX Victini or not. Obviously, if he does, it's going to be a little bit more tricky for me to play W here. See what he's got going on here. Bringing another Victini out to the party. We have Welder in hand, just throwing an energy on. Not sure what he's going to do. Either or, we get an attack with Zacian next turn and get a knockout. The only way we don't, obviously, is if he has the VMAX. The Victini VMAX is pretty hard to, I mean, in my opinion, to attack. See, he does have the VMAX. So he's going to lay 160 on me. So we're going to take a minute here. I'm definitely think I'm going to lay 230 with Zacian, just kind of sacrifice him, and then want more cards in here. So I know he has free retreat, but we still want to do this. Good thing we got Saucer. I'm going to stick a Coating Energy on him. Go ahead and do 230 on Victini. And then next turn we should be able to knock him out with Corviknight. Only issue here, guys, is, well, I should be able to Mallow Lana next turn as well to get some of that damage off. Problem is he's got double Victinis, so this is going to be actually a pretty tricky hand to win here. This really is going to be a tricky one. Let's see what we do here. Mallow Lana, one of my bosses again. I want to attack one of the energies. Let's get rid of the capture. The only problem is this Victini will be able to kill me. What I think I'm actually going to do, guys, I'll try to slowly build them up. Maybe I can get another Mallow Lana. We're not going to kill him this turn, but we're going to throw 50 damage. We're going to go ahead and attach energy. This is where the Steel Fist is big. Alright, guys. Let's see here. He hasn't really burned or went through a lot of cards yet. I believe I went through a lot more, like supporters. He had 2 bosses in there. We still have 2 Cynthias left, so that's good because we can bring back a boss or Mallow Lana. The good thing is here, okay, he's backing them all, guys. He's going to go ahead and do 100 damage to me, and then I'll go ahead and do 150 to him. He'll do another 100 to me, and I should still have 30 left, and I can... I wouldn't knock him out. So I think after I put 150 on him, I'm going to go ahead and switch in Corviknight, sacrifice him basically, and kill him. And then he'll kill my Corviknight, and then I should kill him for game. In a perfect world. Let's see what happens here, guys. Only 70 damage. That's what I like to see. Only issue here is I need another energy. Hopefully I get one if we end up killing somebody. Do 150. We're going to take 70 from these guys. The good thing about Corviknight is I got minus 30, minus 60. So even if he does his 220, he's only putting 160 damage on me. So that's what's so good about having like a tanky deck like this. Is he's going to do, I mean, at most, I'm still going to have 50 hit points left. And that's if I don't get a Mallow Lana at some point. So what was looking like disaster is looking a little bit better. We're looking like we have a fighting chance at getting a W here, mainly because of having the GX Pokemon in this deck to obviously kind of counter this max victory move, which obviously if it's Pokemon V, they do 220 damage rather than the 100. But yeah, let's see what he does here. He's mainly got these two. Oh, he's gonna That's a good move. He's gonna go ahead and kill my Lucario. The Fan of Waves is a very annoying card, guys. Now I believe I might lose because I don't have an energy. This is a good game. The Fan of Waves is what killed me here. We did top deck it, that's good, but we need another Pokemon here in order to win next turn. Because I mean, even if he has a Fan of Waves, we're still good because I have two of them. He's gonna have two Fan of Waves. We do have a Corviknight. That's very good. There's a possibility now that we win next turn. That was so fortunate. Sometimes you have to get a little lucky. He obviously had the Fan of Waves, so he's able to apply double damage on my Melmetal. But luckily, we top deck in energy, so kind of saving our butts here. But I'm good with it, man. I mean, it's not even over yet. I mean, he's obviously keeping Volcanion in his hand. He doesn't want to bring this Victini out here yet. I'm not sure how many Fan of Waves he has. He's played two. I'm certain that they only have two in hand, but I feel like they're going to yeah, they're going to try to set up another Victini VMAX. That could be the end of me here. A Tag Call. I have one more Tag Call in here, so if I could get another Cynthia to bring back one of my bosses, or even just get a boss here, I win. I know I'm asking for a little bit too much to happen here, but come on. Let's see what he does here. So if he attacks the B90, I'm assuming he might try to bring him in and then do as much damage as he can, and then come back in with the Victini the following turn to win. And we are going to be victorious, guys. Let's go. Let's go. And we take a W, come from behind victory with my guy Corviknight. Good game to this man. We kind of had it in hand here. We had one top deck card go our way that obviously allowed us to win, which was the Coating Energy. But you can see, even with the max victory and the extra attack that it does, this deck still played it very, very well. It matches up solid versus tons of decks. That's why I like it so much. There's obviously some decks that are very good against only certain types of decks, and they just get completely destroyed against other decks. This one is kind of good versus every deck, so you're gonna have a chance basically versus any deck when you face them. So we're gonna go ahead and get into the next game. All right, guys, game number 2. Let's see what we go up against here. No really tell here from the deck box. Sometimes they give a little heads up here on what they're going to run with the deck boxes, but no idea. Let's see if we go first. Back-to-back games, we go second. Not a huge deal. Obviously, we prefer to go first, but you see we have to take a mulligan again. He does as well, so that's great. Let's see if he gives us any tell him what he's running. That's mine. Let's see, he is here. Metal Saucer. I'm assuming ADP's got energy surge and stuff like that, but kind of basic ADP. Surprised no energy spinner in there. But we got Corviknight, we got Melmetal, so we'll just have to get Melmetal started here so we can go ahead and counter the ADP. He's got Zacian in game right away. Hits me with Intrepid Sword. Not a super great turn for him, so I mean, can't really complain. Alright, let's go ahead and throw Goggles out there. I'm sorry, Pokédoll, Bird Keeper. We got our Melmetal, exactly what we wanted. We're going to capture energy on him, bring out the more beautiful of the Zacians. And now we go ahead and Intrepid Sword. Now, next turn, we'll be able to go ahead and hit them with Full Metal Wall. And then we can start to load our guys up and attack. So he's got Chaotic Swell out here. Not a big deal. I don't play any stadiums worth anything here. But okay, he hits me with a Marnie. Some cards I like here going right to the bottom of the deck. But luckily we got the Zacian with Intrepid Sword. I mean, at the very worst. we're going to put one of our Bird Boss's orders into the discard pile. But yeah, you can see he's got metal, he's got water. He tried to hit me with the crushing hammer, was not successful. So things are looking great for me here. Not really him. He does yet to have his ADP out here, so that could be a big problem for him. I'm gonna go ahead and just Pokédoll back into the deck. Bring out Melmetal, Tag Call. Tag Call, we want to bring out a Mallow Lana and a Guzma. No, we don't need Mallow. We'll bring a Guzma and a Lucario, so I can try to use it next turn. Actually, we're gonna Cynthia now. YOLO. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Get the Bird Keeper out here. Let's go. We need these cards. Now we're just, instead of using Metal Wall, right now we're just gonna Steel Fist. We're going to try to get some more energy into play, so next turn I can actually knock out this Eldegoss, but I think he's just gonna lay 50 damage on me and then put him back into the deck. I mean, that's what I would do. Obviously save the prizes, put him back in the deck, use him for later. Which he's going to do that right now. But, oh, that's interesting. He must want to put the big charm back in the deck as well. So, I mean, that's a pretty smart move. But, looks like he's going to try to get the ADP out here next. I do want to get energies in place, but I don't think I'm going to boss the ADP to get damage on it. Wait. Yeah, I can two-shot the ADP. He does have crushing hammers as well, so if these land, it could be a lot of trouble for me. But we're kind of beneficial to such a slow play for him getting the ADP out here. Luckily, he didn't have the best of hands. Oh, bad. He's already put an energy on this turn, so he can't put anything on P. Part of me says try to go after and just knock out this Zacian, seeing he's got 2 energy on himself already. Let's see who he puts out here. He's going to bring the Crobat up, I bet, or the ADP. Probably got energy switches. Oh, usually they only have 3 energy switches in these decks, so he's only got 1 more. So that's pretty big. Brought the Crobat out. Like I stated, we're actually going to, instead of the Zacian, because he's just going to back the Zacian out, we're going to boss the ADP. We're going to go ahead and do 150, because we can kill it now 1 turn with the Melmetal. Just having these options though too, like now obviously I have the Metal Saucer in case he dies. I mean, I could be Intrepid Sorting to get more energy on him, but I still have this super bulky Corviknight incorporated into the Melmetal deck. So that's why I feel personally this is the best way to run Corviknight, is mix it in with Melmetal, because you can reduce so much damage on him, and you can also do a lot of damage. And obviously his ability here, I mean, like if somebody's running Orbital's pretty popular as well. But you can see he tapped. We were in place. We were going to win that game. He didn't really have a choice. But yeah, we knocked out the ADP. Let me know what you guys think about the video here and ways I can improve. I mean, anything else, I would appreciate it. For any support, hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Link will be below for my Twitch and Twitter as well. So if you want to, definitely follow those as well. Peace.